YouTube, what's going on? Hold on. Cue my intro. Okay, we're back. YouTube, what's going on? Out here with the tomatoes today. And this area right here is actually where I'm growing most of my tomatoes. I'm keeping them kind of in one area. So as you can see, I have this tool all the way around. Tool is like a fabric that's used in wedding dresses. It's supposed to keep bugs out. It's supposed to keep pests out. And if you've been watching my videos, you know that I have a groundhog that's on the premises. And if you've seen the video of him, or he or she, they're eating my tomatoes. Had a tomato in his mouth. And the thing about the tomatoes is, it doesn't matter if they're red or green, he or she is just chomping down, getting what they can get from it and discarding. Last year, when I was growing these tomatoes, I wasn't getting any red tomatoes. They just stayed green. Look at this one right here. This is, wow. I'm gonna take it, even though it suffered from the rot at the bottom. This is the lack of calcium. So chop that away, still got a good tomato. So that's going here in the pile. My guess, the reason why my tomatoes weren't getting green is I wasn't trimming them, and all the energy was going all over the place. And I saw a few videos where folks, their tomatoes didn't have any leaves at the bottom, but you go to the top and they had red tomatoes. So that's what I'm doing. A little trim job. Also, it lets a lot of airflow in the bottom. Get a nice little breeze, less diseases. Then also what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start straightening these up on the pole. I mean, I have some nice, look at that right there. That is a nice tomato. I know I have some Romas in here, maybe some beef steaks. I can't think of all the varieties that I have. But when we planted these back in June, the tomatoes weren't no bigger than this, the plants. And I just said, you know what, I'm just gonna put them in this new soil. If they grow, they grow. If they don't, they don't. I wasn't expecting them to grow, but come July, a month later, look at this right here. Now we're in August right now. I think it's August 14th.
I think it's
12th. So it's August 12th. I've been on vacation, so I try not to pay attention to the days. Now, anyone who knows anything about tomatoes is that if you, for example, trim away like this, stick this in the ground, this becomes a plant. And that's because there's fine little hairs all up and down, and these actually can turn into roots and start a new tomato. But we're close to the end of the season, and I'm not gonna waste that kind of time. Just look at this stuff right here. It's called Leaf Pro. This is the stuff that I had delivered. Notice no weeds. I haven't weeded at all. That one little weed that does pulled up, that's the only weed at the bottom. Look at that. Normally it'd be weeds all here. No weeds. You do see some disease and a little bit of disease here on the leaves. That's primarily what I'm cutting away and discarding. Lower leaves, you don't need them. There's no fruit on them. And they're just sucking energy. See, when the leaves are very close to the ground, what happens is when you water, all the dirt splashes up. And then you get all this right here and here. So I want to remove that. These are some very healthy plants. Very healthy. I have a few peppers mixed in here also. Carrots. Where's this celery? Let me see. I can't tell. But those are doing well also. So for the remainder of today, this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm just trying to get a lot of these lower leaves just taken out. I think once these leaves are out, it's going to trigger a lot of these plants, these fruit to turn red. That's just my guess. So we're going to put that to a test. Pepper plant. And today's the 12th. I'm going to come back out here Friday and see if there's any red. But I'm not going to bore you with you just watching me trim away. By the way, all this is going to be discarded too. You don't want to mix this in with your compost pile. So it's going to go out with the recycles tomorrow. So when you see these plants next, they're going to look way different. Making sure I don't cut any flowers. Make sure I don't cut any fruit. I think this is an 8-hour job. One good thing I can say about the tool is, so far, the groundhog hasn't been able to get through. Not on this side. Ever since I put this up. So go out and get you some tools. I'm determined to get some tomatoes this year. Okay, this is not a good tomato right here. This is a lot of that rot. I don't even care about the suckers. Everything is low. Gotta go. If you are a gardener, please don't make the mistake of waiting too long to do this. See, I waited too long. Now I got all this extra work. All right, homeboy, pick up a pair of snippers and help out. Don't just sit up there sniffing around. If you hung around this long, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Also, too, if you know a gardener that may be interested in this content, feel free to share. A lot of work to do, and I'm out. Thanks for joining.